Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nerisa Quri Nafa. So here I would like to explain about classroom management in English language teaching. So the table of content we have four. The first is classroom management, the second the teacher and students, the third the main areas of classroom management, and the fourth classroom management and motivation. So the first one is classroom management. Classroom management is still considered as an essential part of the teaching and learning activities. It may vary in arrangement and development. It refers to the infrastructure, space like furniture, board, etc., and the methods, strategies, and skills that teachers use to maintain a classroom environment which result in a student's learning success. Classroom management is a process organizing and conducting a class that includes physical infrastructure of the classroom, time management, student involvement, teaching aids, student engagement, and classroom communication. A classroom the classroom represents a real life situation and a child perform the fundamental activities of our real civilization. It is a complete academic scenario. Individuals must share common aids, benefits, aspirations, and knowledge to form a human communication community. And the next is the teacher and student. The first one is teacher. Teacher play a pivotal role in classroom management and therefore they are responsible for creating a organized classroom in which students can success. However, an effective classroom an effective classroom environment does not appear everywhere. Teachers have to invest a great deal of time and effort in creating it. According to Scrivener, teachers are required to have certain organizational skill and technique in managing multitude of texts and situations that can occur at any time in the classroom. From this definition, we can say that language teacher should be well trained and skilled professionally to manage the language class effectively and get the better achievement in learning English as a second language. Similarly, the behavior of the teacher also influence the management of the classroom. The teacher's behavior can be both desirable and undesirable, but desirable or preferable behaviors are effective and undesirable behaviors are ineffective for the classroom. For the classroom management, and teaching learning process. Upline behavior of a teacher can draw the attention of students and establish the good rapport between the teacher and students. This kind of good and supportive relationship makes a suitable classroom management. And the next is student. Teacher and student both are the endpoints of the classroom. One does not work without the other. Students' attention and success of teaching depends on the arrangement of the classroom. Some students interrupt teachers' instructions or class discussion because of the lack of proper classroom arrangement. Teaching learning process cannot be separated from students' behavior. So, a variety of technique is needed to be successful in the classroom management, and the teachers have to check constantly that what they are doing is really working. Moreover, it is essential for a teacher to understand the learner's characteristic, interests, and needs in order to develop and maintain good classroom management. And the next is the main areas of classroom management. It is very essential for teachers to make effective classroom management strategies so that students are keep on learning. A clear description of common classroom management area is given by Scrivener regarding the classroom management. The first one is group and seating. Groups should be formed, a seat should be arranged, and the rearrangement time to time after completing activities, the class should be referred. Teachers have a number of approach to seating arrangements in their classroom. It might differ on the basis of person, place, economy, culture, space, etc. And the next is activities. All activities should be properly sequenced. Um, like the setup activities, give instruction, monitor activities, allocate time for activities, and bring activities to an end. And the next is authority. Authority. Teachers should establish and use authority as appropriate to hold attention of the class. And the next is critical moment. The critical moment is maintain the appropriate discipline during the lesson. And the next is tools and technique. Use the board and other classroom encouragements or aids. Use gesture to help clarity of instruction and explanations. Speak clearly at an appropriate volume and speed. And the last is working with students. Spread your attention evenly and and appropriately. Use intuition to guide what students are feeling and elicit feedback from students and really listen to the student. And this is a seat for teaching. We can arrangement. We can arrange time to time. And the next is classroom management and motivation. There is a close relationship between classroom management and motivation. Teachers who are good managers create an environment for motivation to arouse students' interest, guide them to behave well, and encourage them to learn effectively. Motivation is motivation is a temporal and dynamic state that should not be confused with personality or emotion. Simply, motivation is having the desire to do something. Motivation can be categorized into two types: intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is interval motivation, which is evident when people do an activity for its own sake, without some obvious external reward. And, and uh, on the other hand, extrinsic motivation is obvious when there is an external reward. It comes into play when a person is compelled to do something or exert a certain way because of factors external to him or her, such as money, gift, or good grade. There is a trend of appreciating, giving reward or punishment, etc., to the learners by teachers while managing language classes in our country. And uh, the conclusion is in my material. In conclusion, is suggestions are forward for their classrooms. Their teachers should be constructive in nature to manage the classroom and encourage the students for creative activities. Several classes are required to be divided further for effective classroom management. Teacher can be prepared some teaching material themselves and they can employ the student to do such work. Teachers should be active in using teaching material for different purposes. Teachers should create English speaking environment in the classroom and around the school. Teachers should be close to modern technology. Teachers should be active, energetic, mind, and strictly to maintain discipline in the class. Motivation should be provided to the attention-seeking students. They need to process commanding or authoritative performance to control the class. This should be fair to every student and so equal behavior student and so be equal behavior and students should be motivated to enhance suitable classroom environment. And there are my references and thank you guys, thank you everyone for your attention. If you have any question you can ask me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.